Hi, I'm Terry, and as you can tell from the name of my website, I am nuts about stamping. This is my first ever video tutorial, and I plan on adding many more tutorials to my blog to highlight new stamp sets, new accessories, and new tools that help make stamping and scrapbooking much easier for you. Tonight I'm going to feature the Stamp-a-ma-jig. I think everybody should have a Stamp-a-ma-jig because it allows for fast and precise stamp placement of word and letter stamps and two-step stamping projects. Let me show you what the Stamp-a-ma-jig looks like when you take it out of the box. It comes with a plastic imaging sheet, and it also comes with a tool. I'm going to call it a T-tool. And for tonight's project, I'm going to be using the Stamp-a-ma-jig, obviously. I'm going to be using Bashful Blue and Night of Navy classic pads, and I'm going to be using cardstock, and I'm going to be using two stamps out of the stamp set A Beautiful Thing. I think A Beautiful Thing is a great stamp set to show how to use the Stamp-a-ma-jig. I'm going to start off by taking the solid dark image from A Beautiful Thing, and I'm going to stamp it on my cardstock using Bashful Blue Classic ink. And I'm just going to stamp it anywhere that I want. Then I'm going to set that aside. This is where you bring in the Stamp-a-ma-jig. If I didn't have a Stamp-a-ma-jig and I wanted to stamp this image in Night of Navy on top of my Bashful Blue, I would be twisting my neck or having to get my nose pretty much right down on the table to make sure that I had my stamp aligned. Well, I don't need to do that anymore because the Stamp-a-ma-jig is a perfect tool to keep you from ever ruining a whole project with one crooked stamp. All right, here's how it works. What you're going to do, I'm going to move this out of the way for right now until I get the Stamp-a-ma-jig set up. You're going to take the plastic imaging sheet and you're going to tuck it very tightly right into the corner of the T-tool, like this. Then you're going to take your darker color ink, in this case it's the Night of Navy, and you're going to stamp it right on top of the imaging sheet. I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but it's lined up on the bottom corner because that's where I had the imaging sheet tucked in. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring back in my project and I'm going to line up right on top of the first stamp my second one, which is on the imaging sheet still, and I'm going to get it perfectly aligned. Once I'm happy with where it's sitting, I'm going to firmly hold the Stamp-a-ma-jig and I'm going to move the imaging sheet aside because I don't need it anymore. I'm going to re-ink my second stamp of my two-step stamping. I'm going to tuck it right in the corner at the top of the Stamp-a-ma-jig and stamp down, lift it up, and there you go. It's perfectly aligned through the process of two-step stamping using the Stamp-a-ma-jig. Let me show you a card that I made tonight showing you how you can use the Stamp-a-ma-jig to perfectly align